Okay, day 120 of the DynCorp harvest. This one's going to focus on Hillary and the enemies list that I mentioned yesterday. I took down my selfie videos because they were a little self-serving, and plus they seem to generate a lot of weird comments as well. So this page was also hacked, so that pretty badly. So that's what got me kind of a slow start today. But if you look at the Gladio programs that I've mentioned earlier that DynCorp's been involved in, and people like General Grange have been involved in. The initial Gladio program was to put arms and have a secret army, basically, in Europe to break off pieces of the Soviet Union. Then Gladio B, after the Soviet Union fell, and I don't know what we're going to say exactly when Gladio B starts, maybe 1991 when the Soviet Union completely collapses, it kind of shifts more toward Muslim Brotherhood and so forth, using Islamic terrorists rather than to do the disruption, rather than Eastern European kind of neo-Nazis. So there is a Gladio C here somewhere. I think it's these same groups being brought into the U.S. through groups like La Raza and so forth to do those same programs to people in the United States. So his son it runs that program. I think that's going to be the Jade Helm program for initial put down of any kind of occupation of public buildings, and then you're going to have DynCorp running JTTF, where they're going to run it now, to take out people selectively. So General Grange's son is going to be for if there ever was an armed organized resistance, and then right now DynCorp in the U.S. with JTTF is running the selective attack on different political targets. I don't know if you remember when the CIA, when Hillary was just leaving the State Department / CIA, the Washington Post got a $600 million contract with Jeff Bezos at Amazon, and I unfortunately couldn't put the citation here, but it's here. Julian Assange just tweeted about it yesterday, and the deal was basically a $600 million server farm, a private cloud for the CIA to store all this information as Hillary left the White House. She stored the 650,000 emails. Of course, she stored all the information, the black book information about her enemies list. And it's a large enemies list. And I don't know if they're combining that with other data from the NSA. I would guess yes. But the Promise and Palantir information is certainly part of the Clinton Foundation. So I'm certain that that is the tool that's being used to do this asset, to attack individuals, to do asset forfeiture. You can do lots of different ways through the IRS. You can call audits on people. You can use the FDA to make sure their drug doesn't get approved and then give it to your friend. So you can do business espionage. You can make sure people don't get health care through the VA. There's many, many different ways you can use. And that's all goes back to the Phoenix program with General Grange and the Yale anthropologists at the CIA. So I'm going to leave it there this morning. Let's just see if it flips here. Okay. It did flip. Okay, so people keep sending me information about new developments up here near Caracol, which is appreciated. The maps, there's just more and more evidence that all the investment is up here. There's a new water treatment plant up here. There's a new electrical power station up here. There's many, many new warehouse buildings up there, so we don't know what those warehouses are for. If they're for the gold that's coming out of Mombasa, we really don't know. But just a tremendous amount of development up here, and again, all the people down here in the earthquake was down here. So still developing the meta-share between Port-au-Prince and Mirabalais. I went through all the data for the Life Alliance, this Life Alliance down here, this organ recovery. It was exactly what I said. There was no paperwork for a lot of the organs. It was completely in disarray. That was the write-up. And again, there was mass casualty exercises, and there has been over the years with hospital ships. So my working theory is just getting more solid with more citations and so forth. And this is the citation here where the board declares Life Alliance organ recovery as not a member in good standing, and that's why, because of documentation. Okay, so that's it for this morning.